Well, Arteta has carried out his last press conference of the season. That's it, because Arsenal is playing their last game on Sunday versus Wolverhampton Wanderers, and he has gone ahead to really reveal to us very many things. Sadly enough, it's a Bukayo Saka and Trossard injury worry. They're really doubtful for the game of Wolverhampton Wanderers, but we'll wait and see whether in the final squad they'll be really named. Welcome to Rokani Media Football. This is the Arsenal News Show, and we are doing strictly Arsenal. I know this channel comprises more of Arsenal subscribers, and that's why I dedicate to you some shows known as the Arsenal News Show, because totally we are talking Arsenal in those shows. So smash the like button, comment and share. If you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Rokani David is my name. William Saliba injury progress. Arteta has given us an update about William Saliba, and he might be very ready for the Arsenal preseason that's already been planned to play against teams like Barcelona, Manchester United, Real Madrid, Borussia Dortmund, and very many others. And lastly, Arteta has gone ahead and really talked about the manager of the team they're going to play on Sunday. That is Lopetegui, who is the manager of Wolverhampton Wanderers. Now, let's start off and really set it off like this. Now, Arteta was asked about the team news, and he said, "We have a little issue with Saka, which has been going on, and with Trossard. The rest, I think, are going to be fine. Zinchenko is still out. William Saliba is still out. Tomiyasu is still out. Elneny is still out." Meaning that Zinchenko, William Saliba, Tomiyasu, and Elneny are totally out of the game of football as Arsenal takes on Wolves, which is not good news to Arsenal fans. But what has made it worse is the issue of Bukayo Saka and Leandro Trossard, that Saka has been having an issue that has been going on, and this has been evident. It has been vivid as water that something was not right with Bukayo Saka. If at all you saw how Bukayo Saka played the last 10 games, he has been really off. He was playing with an injury, and I attribute all this to Mikel Arteta. You know, the blame goes to Mikel Arteta. You know, sometimes when a player like Saka is injured, don't force him on the field of play. You're having Leandro Trossard, start him, and let Saka come on and really play some 20-30 minutes. Try to preserve him and find means of really making him better, because it looks like all the problems that Bukayo Saka is having are as a result of fatigue. He has played very many games. Last season he played 38 games. This season has not missed out on any game. And I understand Saka, if Arteta asks him on Sunday that if at all you're feeling better, you tell him I'm feeling better, because for Saka, he's young and he's ambitious. He wants to play every game. But for a manager like Mikel Arteta, you need to find yourself in a situation of a leader and a decision maker, because you are the manager of Arsenal. You make the decisions, you know. So, as he has gone ahead to do on William Saliba, I expected him to really put out Saka for some games, to really go on and really recharge his batteries. That's it. The likes of Reece Nelson, Leandro Trossard would have gotten the job done, because even if he played him, Saka was not as influential as he was in the first 28 games of the season. That's it. So there is a huge drop-off of Saka, and it's because of an injury, and he's a doubt in the game of Wolverhampton Wanderers, as confirmed to us by Mikel Arteta. What does that mean? That means if Reece Nelson happens to return, he might start. Maybe Emily Smith-Rowe might start, or Fabio Vieira might start off that side. That is the right attacking side of the midfield, all as a right forward. So that is for Bukayo Saka. For Leandro Trossard, it's a big hit and a hard one for Arsenal. Why? Martinelli is injured, and Trossard gives you something next to Martinelli. Reece Nelson was ill last week, so we don't know what is happening into his recovery mode. So we're waiting to see whether he's going to be fully recovered and then he returns for the game of Wolverhampton Wanderers. But all in all, that if at all Reece Nelson is away, Trossard is away, and Martinelli is away, you can get in Emily Smith Rowe to do the job, and I think he can really do the job because he returned. He has been really fighting to get back in the starting 11 of Arsenal, and maybe tomorrow it's the time for him to get back in the starting 11 of Arsenal. But for Leandro Trossard, I really believe that he's going to make a return. He's going to be part of that team that's going to play against Wolverhampton Wanderers. But for Bukayo Saka, I wouldn't force him on the field of play. But let's wait and see. I think tomorrow on Saturday, Arsenal will hold their last training session as they prepare for the game of Wolverhampton Wanderers at Emirates. And we'll wait and see whether these players have taken part into training sessions. And even if they take part into training sessions, it doesn't really confirm to us fully that they are going to come out and really play part into the game of Wolverhampton Wanderers. Why? Do you remember when David Austin put out a story that Zinchenko's season is out? He put out that on Thursday. Then on Saturday, as Arsenal was going to play on Sunday, they dropped the photos of the training session towards the game of, I think they were going to play which team on Sunday, I've forgotten. Zinchenko was there, but in the match squad that was really named, Zinchenko was not there. And for the previous two games, Zinchenko has missed out on the game of Nottingham Forest and the game of Brighton. So it shows you that David Austin was right. So let's wait and see what's going to happen. But I think whichever players that are going to be available for Arsenal on Sunday, I think they can easily go out and really get a win away from City. At Emirates. At Emirates as Arsenal hosts Wolverhampton Wanderers. Not so. I really believe that Arsenal is going to get that job done and dusted in a very exceptional way, because they need to seal their season to really give their fans a very good send-off as they mourn for having not really won the title. I think a win against Wolverhampton Wanderers will be a very good send-off to the off-season, to their fans of Arsenal. But Arteta has also gone ahead to provide to us an update about William Saliba that you need to know. He was asked about William Saliba being back for pre-season. Arteta said it's probably too early to say. I think he's evolving in the right way. In the last few weeks, they've been much more positive than in the previous 2 months. We want to protect him. It's an injury that needs some care and attention. Now, Arteta is a man who has always been protective of William Saliba, and he wants him to really get back to his best shape. But we all know that the back injury, as I explained to you, it's all about a person getting the required rest. It doesn't have a particular treatment, as Robin van Persie told us that it's an injury that requires very huge rest. And I think as Arsenal comes back for the preseason, William Saliba would have gone ahead to rest for close to 3 or 4 months. Remember, he got an injury when Arsenal was playing against Sporting Lisbon at Emirates. Let me see the date. It was around Arsenal versus Sporting Lisbon. That's the fixture. It happened onto the 16th of March, right? So 16th of April, that's 1 month. 16th of May, those are 2 months. Now he has so far been out for 2.5 months. Now, by the time Arsenal start the preseason is maybe around July, he would have been out for 4 months. And those 4 months, to me, I believe, are really going to be so much okay for him to really heal completely. That's it. So, to me, I really believe that he's going to find himself in a situation of being back. And Arteta has gone ahead to give us some positivity about his progress in the previous 2 weeks as he really prepares to return for the preseason of Arsenal. The preseason of Arsenal is really going to be huge because they're going to play some good games in America, and those confirmed include the following games. Their first preseason game is going to be played against ML Stars on the 19th of July. I think Saliba will be back. Then they'll play Manchester United on the 22nd. of July. Then 4 days later, they play against Barcelona, 26th of July. There is a fixture of Borussia Dortmund that's not been confirmed, but Arsenal has to go ahead and really play against Borussia Dortmund down in America. So as it stands, Saliba is doing some great progress towards the preseason of Arsenal, and we all know that he's going to be really fully fit to come on and do the job of Arsenal. The big worry is the contract situation. He has not yet put pen to paper, and I think it's something that Arsenal are putting their all focus on to give Saliba the contract that he really deserves as the player that's going to have to put in performances in the Premier League in his debut season after returning from loan from Marseille. We all have to admit that Saliba has gone ahead to put in an amazing performance that everyone has gone ahead to appreciate and obviously rate him as one of the best center backs in the league this season. So, as we close up this chapter or this episode or podcast, let's talk a little bit about Lopetegui and what Mikel Arteta is going to have to say about this Wolverhampton Wanderers manager. Arteta, on his impression on Lopetegui, said he's done a great job again. I think he got the club in a really difficult position in the mid-season, and straight away he transformed performances and resources to make sure Wolverhampton Wanderers were safe much earlier than anybody could expect. That is it. He found Wolverhampton Wanderers, I think we are the 18th or 17th, but he has gone ahead to really win good games for Wolverhampton Wanderers, and he is really a player, he's really a manager that has gone ahead to find himself in a situation of really giving the club the best they deserve. Obviously, he has some good quality players as far as his team is concerned, because if we're having Ruben Neves, Diego Costa, Podence, Nunes, and very many other good players, there is no way you cannot fail to survive relegation. Right now, Wolverhampton Wanderers are placed 13th, 41 points, and they are really doing great, and they're 100% safe, and they're above the relegation zone. But they come into this game of Arsenal with a very good manager, Lopetegui. He has coached Real Madrid. He coached the Spanish national team. He was at Sevilla, that is Lopetegui, and he knows exactly what this Premier League is all about, and playing against Arsenal is really a huge honor to go in and play at the Emirates. It's one of the atmospheres they don't want to play in for, especially when Arsenal is really going ahead to play its last game of the season. Having lost to Brighton, lost to Nottingham, they are coming here to arrest a win from Wolverhampton Wanderers, and Lopetegui needs to do a lot to stop himself from really being humiliated by Arsenal. I know Arsenal are going to come in hard onto this game of football and obviously give their fans the best farewell they deserve as they go into the off-season. So guys, your thoughts onto Bukayo Saka and Saka Trossard injury blow are welcome in the comment section below. What do you think about William Saliba injury progress as confirmed us by Mikel Arteta? And what do you make of the words that Mikel Arteta has gone ahead to really put up to defend the manager known as Lopetegui in the mix? I sign out for now. See you later. Rokani David remains my name, and I cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ. The Muslim subscribers, Juma Karim. Ciao ciao to everyone watching in through, and continue to really like this channel. It has been the Arsenal News Show. The YouTube channel is known as Rokani Media Football, and your host always is Rokani David. See you later in the next 2 or 3 hours from now.